All right, so I want to ask you about a white varietal that you guys make. It's a Semillon, and it's another one of those wine. Like I said, I worked at a winery before in Napa, and we made Semillon, and but I don't see it a lot of places, and I don't know how many people have even had a Semillon before. But everybody in Amador talks about how great the Andis Semillon is, and so can you tell us a little bit about that now? I know I was talking to you earlier, and I told you last time I went to Andis, they were sold out, so I wasn't even able to buy any. But tell me a little bit about the Semillon and what so makes it so popular.
Hey, now, Wesley, now that we're friends, for you, will never be sold out. You just,
Okay, good. All right.
I
I've
always
got
save
connections now, yeah.
a bottle of two for myself. You know, Semillon is a Bordeaux varietal, very popular in France, in the Bordeaux region, usually mostly blended with Sauvignon Blanc. Another region that is making it popular is the South Hemisphere, Australia. So Sémillon actually was planted in our region by a gentleman with the name of Bill Dillion, which his twin brother owned a winery called Dillion Winery.
Mm-hmm.
So one is the winemaker, the other one is a farmer. And so he planted this varietal in the 60s, which makes it one of the oldest white varietals planted in a predominantly red wine region.
Mm-hmm.
And so he struggled for almost 30 years to sell it because people did not know how to make it. It's not a history, it's not a pedigree of winemakers making Semillon, so you have a
Yeah.
database. And it's a very finicky varietal. If you treat it as a Sauvignon Blanc, it gets very bitter. If you treat it like a Chardonnay, it becomes too buttery. So it's you never know which way to go until you learn and trial. So short story was that in 2009, when the winery was getting built, Bill, that is as well a contractor, shares with us and saying like, hey, I am working this weekend. I'm touring up the Sémillon Vineyard. And we're like, oh my God, just please give us a chance. Bill, we're 3 months away from harvest. Like, oh, I'm so sick of just not harvesting so many years. I farm it and nobody wants to buy it. And I don't want to sell it for pennies on the dollar. So we begged him and I said, let us make one vintage, just 1 year. Worst case scenario, we'll help you replant it next year. So we made that wine with the idea like, okay, we'll blend it to Sauvignon Blanc and we'll make a Bordeaux wine, classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, like when we were tasting the wine, it was like, this is the best white wine that we could ever had made. And
Wow.
since that wine, it not only that put Bill Dillion on the map as a quality grape grower,
Mm-hmm.
there is a list now of 10 other wineries, then 4 of them are world-class wineries that are waiting for us to fail so we can give back the Semillon. But not only when we don't even have a contract, we just literally have a handshake with Bill. His name is on the label. We've been making Semillon since 2010, and we'll make it for as long as we keep our lights on, because it's by far one of my favorite white wine to drink. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I'm done with podcast tonight, I want to have a glass of Semillon. So
Oh,